We're back. We feeling swaggy too, man. So special treat for you guys. That's Tony right there. These are my boys right there, Tyson, Andrew. I went back to my old stomping grounds. Right on, Tyson. Thank you. That's exactly what we needed to see, bruh. My mom watches this, man. But Tony right here, super talented, super talented. Lethal is what he is. And he's my first in-town athlete. So he's a 3D Muscle Journey athlete. He just happens to live in Fort Collins. How dope is that? So yeah, it's to me, it's like, man, how cool is I get to see him routinely. So we'll be doing a lot of check-ins like in person. I'll keep you guys like up to date with how things go. But you guys will see here in a sec. Dude is like mega loaded with the talent and hard work, and I got systems for him to use that will help him maximize this contest season. So. What really tested me about this day, though, was those two young men over there, and hopefully you guys tuning in. But both Andrew and Tyson, like, really like helped him out with a lot of things that we've gone over in the past. And yeah, it's really cool to see them not only like learn, because they've come such a long way from when we first started like hanging out and training together, but being able to pass it on to someone else. So that's huge, because I'm very critical about how shit gets done, and now they are too, and they're able to teach others. So I think that's fantastic. So anyhow, I won't be around forever, so I gotta pass it. I gotta pass it on. I ever win that world title, I'm done. That's it. Off into the sunset. Like, do other things, like run, right? Jeff has actually been giving me grief, and I'll tell you guys about what in a sec. But hey, check out the young man. I told you, he has it. I'm not hyping it up. He's that good. A Mexican dude too. So maybe Mexican dudes are just veiny. Maybe that's our thing, right? But yeah. I'll keep you guys up to date with how he goes. I'll put his IG in the description below, as well as those two other young men, as I appreciate y'all. I'll be back over there hitting it routinely with y'all. Yeah, it's just for time constraints. I've been going to my foo-foo gym, but I can't wait to be back at the dungeon. So yeah, no, with that said, if ever I do win a world title, it'd be very hard to get me to go back in there and defend it. That lightweight world title is what I want. And if I get that, I swear, that's it. I'd still lift weights, forever lift weights, but I think I'd be tempted to do it one more time. But it's just, hey, being competitive and specializing in anything, this kid's loaded. What is going on here? Anyhow, it wears you out, and it gets to a point, whenever you do anything competitive, it's like making a deal with the devil. In that, yeah, it's like if you just wanted to be strong, I think a real strong dude is someone who can bench press, say, 225. That's perfect. That's fine. That's it. Say going past that. And I'm not saying that's the threshold, but if you decide to keep going with anything, and to go into the competitive realm, yeah, it wears on you, man. I love this, but there's other things I want to do. Like, I just want to be able to go out for a run when I want to. Get a bike and just disappear for like 4 or 5 hours. Ooh, that retirement life seems pretty good right about now. But hey, we got stuff to do. So yeah, we're back from deloading. Issue with my spinal erector on my left side. My back it's not messed up where it's gonna take weeks and weeks to get better, but whenever I have the belt on, yeah, I feel it. So I've been going beltless, so I can't lift as heavy, and just kind of changing my form a little bit, getting blood in there. I don't want to like lose my groove with this movement, because we were doing really well with it. So this was like 265 for a set of 14 beltless. And it's not my usual, like, you can tell that I'm definitely protecting a few things. I'm not lifting in an unsafe manner. Like, sometimes you see people like favor one side or the other side. Nothing like that. But I'm definitely, not 100% with this one. But I honestly feel that this week, by the time I get to my next posterior chain dominant lower body day, we're still doing an upper lower. We'll be better and we'll be good. But we're charging it up. And so for example, like this is almost peak volume for this block. This was the 105s for 6 sets of 7. So this is like the meat and potatoes, and I'll eventually get a little weaker, but then I'll cut down the volume a little bit and we'll hit some PRs. But yeah, these next few weeks are going to be tough. So I got to be on top of my sleeping game, my eating game, and especially the eating game. When I stay on top of that, it makes a huge difference. Also, just learning to control stress outside the gym, I think, is super important. Obviously, like setting myself up for success in that don't make life harder for yourself, like say by procrastinating on something and then having to, rush and do it all last minute, stuff like that. But also, when things do happen, like handle your liquor, man. Like it all impacts you, so like as you're going through you're having your moment, like try to, like how much energy, like emotional, like how much energy should I does this actually require? Can I take a step back and perhaps handle this in a better way? And I think it's just a healthy thing to do. And this is something that derives from being an athlete that, wants to train, wants to adapt from their training, wants to get better. Is that it's just kind of made me more aware when it comes to other things in my life that I think if I was just like a regular person, I wouldn't be as aware about, when it came to these other things. So yeah, I try to watch it. I try to definitely, I'm trying to be aware about how I deal with stress outside the gym. You can't avoid it, no way. But like you can always go back and look at the situation and be like, did I handle that right? So yeah, it's gonna start getting pretty here, and we'll do our best to keep up with it and face all the demands. But yeah, no, I joke about it, about the retiring and how awesome that would be. Jeff makes fun of me because I'm breathing hard when I'm doing these, and a big part of this is because I have to talk so fast because there's so many things that I want to say and I only have so much time. And because I'm 190 something pounds and my body doesn't like that. But right now I'm an athlete. I'm hunting for the perfect season, so to speak. I've had a perfect season as an amateur, but not yet as a pro. I've done well, but not nearly where I should be, where I'd like to be. That's one of the reasons that I use that thumbnail, because that is something that when you are competing in something, at least for me, it's always been that way. Like when I train, when I'm prepping, like there's always, maybe other people do it differently, but there is a certain element of, it's not even necessarily it's confidence. Like you need to exude confidence in what you're doing, and that you can do things, and that you can take it all and win everything. And when I step into the gym right now, like again, I don't know when my next contest season is going to happen, but I go in there like I am training for that thing right now. And yeah, I do it with, the spaghetti and cheese, absolutely. Every sport I've ever done, it's been that way. Every sport, like from Little League baseball, like pitcher right there, it's gonna try to get me out, but I'm a better player than him. At least in my mind, I think so. Might not be the truth, but that's how I'm gonna play. And the same thing when it comes to this. So yeah, there's like me, the coach, the teacher, like that. But then like there's the athlete side. I'm not ready to put that down just yet. But one day, I hope to be in a situation where I have accomplished enough, where it is an option, and it's like, big bro, what you gonna do now? That's another row that I have been using. So I have my inverted row. I have never showed you guys that one. It's kind of like the dumbbell. It's like a dumbbell row, but I think, for me personally, there's just more healthy twisting in my back. And I think one thing that I want to cue in with that is sometimes like people will tell you row to your hip. Kind of misguided. I am rowing a bit lower, but I focus more so on the angle of my humerus as opposed to where, because for me, short humerus rowing to my hip will kind of have my humerus, like, here we go, like pop out of the socket like that. That's no good. It's no good for your shoulders in the long run. So yeah, my angle kind of changes. Inverted row, I'm kind of like, I guess you could say, like a bench press. It's a little bit more flared out, a wide grip bench press. Whereas with this one, I'm kind of, just a few degrees lower, but it's enough where it does change the angle that I am hitting. All those complicated zigzaggy muscles in my back. So that's it in terms of right. I have a pull down, inverted row, and then this right here. That's it. What else? This has been my favorite. This is the only bicep movement I'm doing right now. But yeah, no, it feels good. It feels good. We're right in the mix, right back in it. The cycle's gonna start getting really challenging. I'll do what I can to stay on top of that. I have the Arnold coming up this next week. So hey, if any of you guys gonna be out there, stop by. I'll be like watching the powerlifting like 90% of the time. So yeah, come check me out. Say what's up. Don't be DMing me like later and be like, I wanted to say hi, but you look busy. No, that's what I'm there for. That's a big part of it, is to just connect with people, new and old. So check me out. I'll have footage for sure. I'll have the camera out, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you. But yeah, in the meantime, gonna start hitting up this training week hard, so I don't have to train too much while I'm over there. And yeah, I'll see you guys here next week.